Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, I can't keep a promise, can I? Alright, in fairness, I did say I would continue. I'd like to finish the actual turn here today, so I'm going to try to do that. I just can't help myself, can I? But we don't have that much left to do. And I want to get to the point where the turns are just far quicker, if that makes sense, really. And we're nearly at that point. There's not that much left to do of active phase. So once that's done, what I can do is get through the turns in about an hour or so, and then eventually we'll get back to the 7-hour mega chonkers again. Oh gosh. But I am truly fatigued, so I'm trying not to do that. Okay. I noticed that we have these army groups, which explains their range. I mean, their range being 45, so... yeah, they're going to be widespread across the occupied territories. Which, okay, might not be a bad thing in the future when we have turns and turns of not doing much, but they're not doing me much good by being as unfocused. It looks as if it is trying to link this line up over here, which is not a bad idea. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. That's not a bad idea, actually, now that I look at that, because that would at least, might shorten it somewhat? I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it just adds additional capacity, I'm not too sure there, actually. That is interesting. Would be better if it was a separate line, to be honest. But intriguing nonetheless, intriguing. Okay. Actually, and speak of the devil, we actually do have a new core, don't we? Yeah, we have you over here that came online this turn, actually. So what I could go ahead and do then is... I would like to have those assigned to that unit there. So what I'll do then is have these returned to Army Group Antonescu. There we are. There might be another one around here somewhere. Yeah, that range is just stupendous. Any more for any more? That looks to be all of them as far as I can tell. Yeah, there we are. That's good then. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is I have them assigned over here to the 4th Romanian. Indeed. There we are. I could go ahead and... where's 4th Romanian Army? Where? Oh, it's over here then. I'll have 4th Romanian Army moved up over to here then. And... what I'll do... so I do have those Romanian construction units. Third. Okay. What I'll do then is I believe I'll have these units assigned to the actual Romanian army directly. The reason being I'm going to have them utilized in this area. More or less just to aid in digging into the area, really. So what I'll do then is give that army the actual Romanian construction units. And we'll go with that. I mean, I've got the time to just essentially siege this city. I'm in no real rush to take it. So... and obviously I want to take it sooner rather than later, but I'll bring some German forces, I imagine, probably to do it properly. Or at least, if we're going to be doing it with Romanians, I might as well give them the time to actually besiege it and starve it out, really. It's not cost us anything either, so that's fine by me. What I can go ahead and do then is give the remaining construction battalions here. And this frees up this core here, so it can be just the mountain core there, which works for me. I do have some spare Romanian cores I need to really figure out what I'm doing with. That'll be better to work with, really. Right, so that is that. We do have these fellows over here now. And I was reading actually here, It is interesting on that. It does actually give you something here with gun and panzer replacement. Hey, Dana Hakon, good to have you, my friend. Yeah, I'm looking at this here. So regarding panzer replacement, the Axis player receives a number of panzer replacement towns in the National Reserve. These can be assigned to panzer divisions and component assets, which will be absorbed into the host unit. At that stage, the support unit will be removed from play. In effect, these provide the Axis player with a tool to allocate a replacement tank either to the panzer divisions or to keep as a support unit and allocate to other formations as conventional support units. I think what I'm going to do then is have one panzer division placed into refit per turn. Or just at a time, I think, perhaps. And we can focus on getting as much into that one unit as we can. Like, for example, I have 4th Panzer Division over here. Now, what I might go ahead and do then is, because I do have this Panzer group here, I may have this actually shipped out towards Smolensk, actually. The reason for that is at least around Smolensk I can continue with the super depot there. Maybe so. But then there's a lot to be said about having them sit out here at Leningrad. During the winter we are going to have them in a city. I mean, at least around Leningrad I do have quite a few city tiles to work with, which definitely does help us out. But I'd love to know what you guys think then. Where should we have them sent? I think I'll probably have them left in place as they are right now. And yeah, let them just essentially sit pretty, really. But as far as it goes then, we'll take a look at the information screen. If I take a look over here, if I go to units, and if I go here then to armored. Now, yeah, there we are. Can't sort out other units. But what I can do then is just go by size. There we are. Can you show loss of screen? Yeah, I'll take a look at that in just a second, actually. Yeah, we are pretty much now at the point where we stop. Yeah, there's no escape. Right, so if I take a look at the TOEs then, it would really be the 6th Panzer Division over here. Yeah, that looks to be the 3rd Panzer Group. Yeah, there's only the... That's hilarious. Like, right now I have this unit being refitted, so I'm going to actually say, and I should really make more use of this, it's actually fairly easy to do it here. So, let's see, we have 6 Panzer over here, which is only 46% of his TOE. So... and that's 6 Panzer. Aye. Yeah, we can see here it's not great. What I'm going to do then is wait until... I think I'll have that one place into refit once we have Leningrad? I don't know. I mean, this is it really, isn't it? If we take a look over here at Pskov, I mean, Pskov can only handle about 20k rail. So really, I want to be moving them to where the big rail yard is. Smolensk is limited. So in fairness, what I want to be doing is, rather than refitting over here at Smolensk, is actually refitting elsewhere, really. I mean, I could refit over here at Minsk, because we can handle 60k tons there. Really, the best places for me to refit, then, in the field are the Leningrad area, or, I guess, Kharkov, really. How many pockets that block supply? Of ours? Or theirs? I mean, these I'll have cleaned up and just have it all brought in. These over here I'll have brought in, but I still have a road to most places. I'll take a look at the losses now as asked about that. Actually, before I do that then, so let's take a look then. So Leningrad there, yeah. I mean, especially Leningrad for the port. Maybe Leningrad is the actual place that we do the refit, really. Yeah, I think so. Kharkov is nice because it does have that level 9 rail yard too, but Kharkov's going to be a really important city down here in the south, actually. It's going to be very useful. Over here is a size 6, but it's not fully repaired as of yet. So I think what I'll do then is I'll probably do the refits around Leningrad then. I think that made the most sense. The other alternative then would be to likely go back to Germany perhaps. But even then we have like what, 30k tons that can be handled there. Berlin's a size 9. Yeah, so Leningrad really is the place I will do it then. So I benefit from having that port, so Leningrad it is then. So I could have the Panzer forces make their way to Leningrad. I don't know. Alternatively, I can have them go into the National Reserve, really. Axis Reserve, that's probably where they want to go, I guess. But I'll take a look at the losses now. So, currently, the Soviets are sitting at 3.5 billion losses. We are just shy of capturing 2.5 million of them. They have 516,548 men disabled. They have 502,000 men dead. Our own losses are... where's the total? 403,000 men. Which, a lot of that I'm going to blame on Romanians. I'm going to blame that on Romanians. Yeah, men killed 29,000, 272,000 disabled. At least disabled can be brought back. Same for the Soviets as well. Yeah, refit is faster than reserve. Probably reserve then. I think reserve. So what we'll do then is we'll have them moved into reserve. I can keep them in their positions then, actually. OOB then. Yep, there you go, Hakon. Soviets are sitting there with 2.55 million. 2,735 tanks. Of course, we still have a couple more pockets to clear up as well, actually. So we do actually have superiority in AFVs. Actually, no, nearly superiority in AFVs. Guns are nearly on par. We do have superiority in terms of men, especially when the Axis allies are added on as well. But 1 for 1, the German army here is larger on the field, which is very nice. Okay. So we'll go for that. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is... I mean, we have 4th Panzer here. I do want to be drawing the Panzer groups back then. Or, well, actually, no, in fairness, the 1st and 2nd Panzer group are going to be down here in the south then. So what I could go ahead and do then is... I need to go ahead and assign some additional construction units so we get to bring this online. Though saying that... I'm going to have these repaired. We are going to have to commit some decent forces to here to make sure this area holds. Which is why I've sort of set up this perimeter here. So we'll get the infantry moving down here. Yeah, looking good. We'll take them time to get a decent army. Yeah, ideally so. Ideally we can come out of this in good shape. What do you guys think then? Should I repair this first so we can actually push along additional freight? Or am I think it's probably better just to repair Kharkov, isn't it? I think probably repair Kharkov first. Possibly so. I think if you have it set as a priority, then it does automatically draw construction units, but I can't recall what the rule is for that. I'd have to double check. But I'll have units brought in here. Though saying that, it is going to repair automatically. If I do take those construction units, it means that they are taken from the front line, where they're actually being used to help dig in these forces. So maybe not the best idea. Go to Antonescu. I can't recall the rate at which they do repair, however. Yeah, that's a bit over capacity there. I could do another core. I mean, over here I need to balance things out. 17th, yeah, 11th army there is over. What I could go ahead and do then is... And in fairness, I think I will take a look over here regarding the assault army status. I could do additional armies, really. Let's take a look then. By the way, if you hear something, it is the actual dishwasher. So I've got 26 out of 27 there. How am I looking on the armies? I might have to have them just placed under the panzers. But I'm trying to remove the assault army status for the most part. I think we're at the point now it's no longer useful. Maybe it could be useful in the south, so I think I'll have 1st Panzer Group reserve that and maybe have some infantry head down that way. So if I take a look over here then... Oops. Yeah, it is just essentially the Panzer groups here now, then it seems. I think. There might be some room in other armies, actually. Maybe Ninth? Let's take a look. Yeah, Ninth could actually handle a little bit more there. Okay, that's good to know. So what I could go ahead and do then is, let's see, so we have 2nd Army. I have 9th Army, yep, okay. What I'll do then is I'll have you based out, here, I reckon. I do want to have them within range of the front, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, they're outside their range there. So, I mean, this is it, really. I want to be having them out this way anyway. Let's see about Orsha. Orsha's within range. It was Dojo that told me about, well, showed me this thing. I didn't realize it was a thing before that. I never realized that was where it showed the ranges of things. But yeah, that's super useful. So what I can go ahead and do then is have them transfer to the 9th Army. I should have really done that call there, actually, now that I think about it. That's awkward. Oh, that's awkward. Oops. Okay, we'll have it as is then for now. I'll probably just switch them around. I'll switch you around next turn. That's my plan. 2nd Army. Yeah, there we are. And I've been paying more attention to this in the future, but that does tell us how we benefit there. Yes, so 2nd Army can handle more then. That's good. So, what I could go ahead and do here then... Let's see. Yeah. Undo doesn't work for that, unfortunately. Shame, I know, right? 6th Army could handle a little bit more, actually. We'll balance things out. I need to take some from 4th Army here, really. I'll have a call given to the 6th Army then. Well, let's see then. 2nd Army here. 2nd Army can handle that, so we'll take a few more, give it to 2nd Army. This is already 2nd Army. So... Okay. You go to 2nd Army. Which is outside range, so I do need to shift them, actually. So I'll have you move to Bryansk. Bryansk, however you want to say it. That's a large call, but I'll have it head to 2nd Army. We'll, yeah, I've kind of just moved the problem along there, haven't I? Oops. We'll organize things then properly in the next turn, I reckon. I can also go ahead and make sure everything has enough artillery, really. Yeah, 4th Army needs to be moved closer as well, actually. So this is all good information. I'm really glad... I mean, this is it. I wouldn't have known about that had Dojo not showed it. I've never actually looked into that. So it's really nice to see, to be honest. 6th Army is within range for those, but I could have it moved up, perhaps. And I think I will, actually, considering that I do have a couple depots over here. So I could actually go ahead and do that. But where is 6th Army... Sorry, 4th Army. 4th Army's here, then. Okay. 2nd Army is there. So we'll get another army in the area. So I'll take the 6th Army, move it there. Well, actually, no, that's a better position, so no, I'll keep them there, so that's going to keep them happier. Okay. I think I might just have to kinda leave it for now and then properly organize it when we get things in a static position, perhaps. This is a little bit tough right now. It's a little bit tough. Rails moving down here. There we are. So they're not too far away from there. Again, apologies about the washing machine in the background. Okay. So I'm going to have them attach to the 1st Panzer Group. I'm also going to take away their actual support elements. I could potentially have these motorized make a foray down to the south into the Crimea River. What would you guys think to that, perhaps? It could be a potential use for them. Allows maybe gain the Crimean Peninsula before the opportunity perhaps passes, but I think we should be okay. I might do it anyway. I know, George, I know. I said it'd be back, though. I said it'd be back. I did go to the gym. I did do that, so... Man of my word. Man of my word. Okay. Not really great out here for roads, is it? Let's move you in Stalin? No? There we are. Okay. "17 farm being there is very good." The pilot shuffle. So this is it. I'm blessed to have Gary that does that essentially for me. It saves a stonking amount of time. How you doing there, Chrono Knight? Good to have you, my man. Your cause there, then. Okay. Oh, I meant to take it to another call. Whoops. Yeah, I should have... We'll change him back next turn, then. Okay. Good evening. Yeah, so that's how it stands there. These fellows are currently undergoing refit right now. What is their actual TOE size? 12k, so they've got some time to go there. This division over here, then. 16, yeah. No. They're just being vetted here. Okay. Yeah, so I think what we'll do then is we'll have some motorized potentially make a jaunt south then. I think that'd be worthwhile. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is, first of all, make sure I have a security unit over here on the FBD, because you never know. There we are. Where's 11th Army's headquarters here? Okay, it's there. Let's go ahead and take a look then. I'm going to have that shifted to Kharkov. There we are. Right. Yeah, so... 6th Army, I'll just leave on a lower supply. I mean... they're not doing all that much for me right now. I don't want it to mess the supply up too much. I could really do with bringing the Panzers back, to be honest. What I might go ahead and do then is have this Panzer group help to dig in, Panzer to dig in perhaps. Or I could have it begin to move to the north. So I could do with having it, I mean look at that ability to move there. It's got a vast amount of MP. Tell you that's quite nice. Yeah, we're digging in there, my friend. How is Belfast? Where do you think the focus of this summer 42 offense will be? Yeah, I think the Caucasus. I think that's where we get the most bang for the buck from. And the fact is, it's one of those where once you cut it off, you can kind of take it. It'll be a little bit more difficult, but I think it can be done. Stalingrad is one of those where, yeah, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but there's, there's not much there. But saying that, it might be a case of we have to go for Stalingrad anyway. But, I mean, we'll take a look at the rail lines. The rail line says to head south to me. Belfast is hot. Yeah, it's bloody warm, isn't it, recently? It is bloody warm. No fun. Let's make these, watch your freight still passing through here. You can see that by the rail. I'll leave those as is then. Let's make that a 2. And no, I guess 3. I don't think we're using I don't think we're using ships here because we have the rail line connected to it. I'm not sure, but it seems that way. Stalingrad so far. I mean, I think we might have to go for Stalingrad to be able to cut that area off. But I think it could be done. I think it depends really what we want to try and achieve. Because this area is vast. vast open area, isn't it? I mean, the other way would be that we'd go to Stalingrad and then over here to Astrakhan. But, I mean, this is it. There's not much in the way of logistics support in that. And it's a very large area to hold. But saying that, it's one of those of, well, is it that big? Yes, it is. It is. I mean, this area over here is that big. I don't know. It's one of those of maybe we'd have to go for Astrakhan, but the logistics isn't really there for it, is it? At least with the Caucasus, once it's taken, you can kind of just go this way. I don't know. We'll see about that. Alternatively, we could try to make a push for Moscow. Moscow would be one of those where it actually get us the victory points, I'd imagine. Yeah, we'll see. He's getting homey. I just don't like places where it's not rail. And there's rail out there, but I want more. I want more rail. Okay. I think we're about ready to go there, then. What I could go ahead and do then... Yeah, very bad road and rail in that area. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is... I think I'm going to have a unit sent to the National Reserve then. To the Axis Reserve. So what we're going to do then... I mean, they're actually pretty good. They're the 12th. Let's see. Which is the weakest of the panzers here? I think we'll send the 1st Panzer Division there for refit. Until we can get the 6th Panzer Division there. Yeah. Transfer unit. So we'll have them transferred to the Axis Reserve there, really. I need to figure out where I'm actually going to have this Panzer. I guess, I don't know. I think I should have it move south, really. I mean, at the end of the day, the 3rd Panzer Group's going to go down here to Smolensk. The 4th Panzer Group is also probably going to head down to the south. So actually, maybe 3rd begins moving down south. It depends. I'm going to have... I guess we'll keep it in place for the time being. Is there a list of fighter pilots and their kills? I think you can take a look at the actual pilots themselves. We've got some BF-109s up here. Which actually I do need to go ahead and move up. We can take a look at the actual pilots. We can see how many missions they've flown and kills. Oh, he's been captured over there. It's a shame. Speaking of, actually, maybe I go ahead and move these guys up. Because frankly, they're not doing a huge amount right now in this area. I could go ahead and just shift them up. Oh, yes, there we are. I'll shift them up individually, then I guess. There's a lot of capacity in this area, I'll tell you that. A lot of capacity. It is actually quite beautiful. I mean, even out here, there's a lot of capacity. That's our longer range unit, isn't it? I could have that one based over here, so obviously having that range. So, I think I will. They could be based up this way. I mean, even potentially up over there, really. From the start to now, how big is the fuel deficit? We'll take a look in a second. Have them moved into that area over there? BF-109s. Club 16. I really love this system. Could have been based there, but I'd like to have something a bit more central. We'll go for that then. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get that unit moving up. These fellows could be based here as well. I'll have them based a little bit further back. Fighters over here then. I could have fighters based here perhaps. I've not done a parent drop yet actually. One day. There probably is, yeah, list. I think I do want to try and keep the power group together, really. Go like that. There's not as many airfields here in the center. Not as many by far. Which is a bit of a problem, really. I should imagine it's a bit of a problem. It might be that we build up a larger air base in the center, really. It may very well be that we do that. Okay. I think I'll have them base further out, actually. Like, over there is fine. They're longer range, so they can be further back. Like, I could have them based out this way. Or even over here, to be fair. I'll keep them there for the time being, then. We'll have to try and slowly shift them to where we can actually make it work then, I guess. I mean, I can have the bombers base further back, really. Like, over there is fine by me. But yeah, we'll have to find the best place, actually, to base them. Some BF-109s there. Oh, right, yeah. The beta one. I will be upgrading to that, I think, when it goes mainstream release. Down here, a lot of our units are still quite far out. So let's get them based up, shall we? Quite a few airfields around here, which is very good for us. They're quite long ranged, aren't they? I could have them potentially based in this area here, really. Or even maybe there. Here, maybe, actually. I think they're assigned to that naval mission, so I will leave them just in case. Yeah, we'll go for that. The pocket's already closed. I'm just moving through it, really. That's the thing there. Just moving through it. Okay, couple of units to move yet. Well, the only major moves now are... Oh, that's also true, isn't it? Yeah. How you doing there, Victor? Victor, good to see you. Yeah, okay, so... The Panzer is going to move south, then. We'll have these move south. And I dread to think which way we go. Oh, good God, it's gonna hurt. I really don't like driving it, but we are gonna have to just drive it, aren't we? Or maybe I just send it to the... I think I'll just bloody send it to the Axis Reserve. I think I'd rather do that than drive it across all that countryside. These could do with heading south, really. Though, then again, I could have them used to actually handle some infantry here in the centre. That's always a possibility as well. Let's have this move to the Panzers then. Oh, actually, I'd have to do it by individual divisions, wouldn't I? I might as well leave that back in the center then for now. I'm not too sure. I don't think... It takes about a turn for them to get there, but I don't think it takes as long as me saves. Go for that there. Have them just assigned to the Ninth Army there for now. Okay. I think we'll go for that. It's going to be a case now of finishing things up, digging in, and then seeing what we can actually get out to actually spare. But I'll try and get some panzers to be sent. Motorized would be nice. Just something just to get through here, I bet. Yeah. Now, I think what I'm going to do, by the way, what do you guys reckon? So I've got the FBD over here. Should I take the FBD and make to link up with Veliki Luki? The weather's not long now before it's going to change. I think we're in a position now in the center where I don't really need as much supply. I'm quite happy for it to happen as it happens. So maybe what I do then is use a FBD to try and link us up over here, really. I mean, this area, it'll just be linking up to Veliki Luki, or even moving this way. And actually, in fairness, it might be for the best just to have this unit move up to Veliki Luki, and maybe have the FBD move this way. I think probably move that way. What I could do then is actually link up with the other rail network there. That would bring this in as well. I mean, that's another option to begin working on too. Yeah, eventually I'd want that line there too. Just every line with dual gauge rail is worthwhile working on. I think we'll do that. We're not even experiencing any conflicts over here, are we? You can see that these units are recovering, like they actually have combat potential. How rare is that? This unit over here, that fatigue will be burnt off soon enough. But yeah, you can see their combat potential there, 50. It's not been that high for a long time, really. Let me make sure they don't have... Like, they've got these guys here. I love this combat report, commander's report, sorry. So useful. Yeah, and I'll do that. Quickly go through it and then we can have them sent back. Also, I need to go ahead and lower their priority there. They don't need to be supply priority 4. I'll go ahead and take the army there. It's quicker to do it like that. Yeah, there we are. They can just be a free there. Do let me know what you reckon to the FBD. I think that's probably worthwhile doing. I'm gonna keep that fortified zone there for the time being. Why not prioritize Leningrad? Holy shit, man, why not? Why not? It's a port, it's got a giant... Yeah, let's take a look. It's a port, size 9 port, so that's maximum size port, as far as I'm aware. It's a size 9 rail yard. It's also something that I can actually reach. We have the ports over here at Talendin to support our push on it. We have Parnu, Riga over here. There's all these ports over here. We find it much easier to move through the Baltic states because we can actually capture rail yards as well. The distance isn't that far. The logistics, did I mention the roads? The roads are great. It's so many reasons to go for Leningrad. And literally, there's so many reasons to go for it. It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's amazing. During the mud and the winter, your RPD move and repair rate drops, believe. Ah, okay, so might as well get that moving now then. So I'll go ahead and get it moving. Get its arse in gear. It means I can move another headquarters into there, but it brings Vitebsk into the rail line. I could go that way, and I'm going to go that way rather than having to go this way. Rather than having to go all the way up there to Smolensk and back. And... we'll have to decide, really. I think... I'd like the Caucasus, but we'll have to see there, really. We take... Yeah, as soon as we can get to them, we'll take them. So there we are. We'll have the best brought into the system over here now, which is pretty nice. Leningrad is just so good. There's just so many reasons to just hate Leningrad. There's so few reasons to not take Leningrad, in my opinion. Now, 19. I'm going to be looking for a more central position, aren't I, really? Like Farmy. Maybe I have it moved over here to the best now. 9:15. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take these armies down to supply priorities. They don't need it. Yeah. We'll have these things worked out as we go, really. So need to have it. I'll have to have. I reckon I'll have like a. Oh, actually, no. What I could go ahead and do then is have you assigned to one of these corps over here. Actually, yeah, that works for me. Who has the greater logistics and infantry? Admin, sorry. So 5 and 6 and 6. 6 and 7, yeah. So they can go to the 44th motorized. I hate that I have to do it like this. I'm so lazy. I just want to do it by core. They can't do it this turn. But next turn. Yeah, that'll take the pressure off then. Oh, also that's the point there too. I forgot about the finish. You gain a finish core as well, which is very nice. Forgot about that. Lots of reasons, to be honest. Lots and lots of reasons. Second Army. Where's the Second Army Corps? Well, we have a Second Army Corps over here then, so shift you up over here. Right, you can just manage for now. You'll be reassigned to that 44th Corps next turn. I do have you over here, so we can go ahead and move things around a bit. I could do another Corps actually over here, so I can go ahead and do then is... I can also have you assigned to 44th Corps too. There we are. This fellow here then can be shifted up over here. Oops, not all of them. Yeah, you can be shifted over here. There we are, lovely jubbly. And then LVII. There we are. Right. So that's 43rd Corps, and I want it transferred to the 10th Corps. 20th Corps. Okay. Yeah, the fins would be nice to have. Ah, yes, I need to begin moving down this way, really. Right, LVII. I know I'm not reading it right. Panzerjägers go home. Okay. There we go. I mean, it's funny, actually, but there's a little bit more housekeeping than you'd imagine sometimes. Do you have enough troops to dig in behind the front line? Do you have enough troops to dig in behind the front line troops to act as support troops when the Russians hit you in the winter big time? Sorry, that was a little... I was like, wait a minute, did I read troops too many times? Well, that's what I'm going to try to do, really. I mean, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is have at least two panzer groups down here in the south. We'll have the Romanians to actually help us to dig in too. I could, in theory, bring the Hungarians onto the field again, or the Italians onto the field again to potentially give us a little bit more oomph. But we do have the 6th Army over here with these divisions moving up. Once we're finished with Leningrad, there's maybe like 15 to 20 divisions over here as well. So we'll have those freed up, and then, yeah, again, the Panzer groups. Can you feasibly supply, say, Finnish divisions? They'll probably have a mix of German equipment and Russian equipment, and I imagine Finnish equipment as well, too. But we'll go with that, then. Oh, we need to start thinking of places to place fortified regions as well, by the way. I'm not sure where I should really place them. Somewhere where I really want to have digging in, I guess. Maybe Belgorod might be worthwhile. But then it takes some time for them to start filling out. So it's not really much worthwhile, is it? Just another strain on the system at that time. I may have OKL moved to Königsberg, perhaps. It looks like they're within range, but yeah, they're within range. Got these forces over here, by the way. Right, we'll have them moved. There's a there's a depot down here, so I'll have them shifted to that depot. I could have them shifted to the port, in fairness. We'll have them shifted there. Now, in fairness, actually, I did talk about having potentially need for a Panzer group down here, a Panzer unit down here. Maybe I do take the 5th and the 2nd Panzer, have them brought up there. So we'll have you assigned to 1st Panzer Group. I'll go ahead and see what they're like, actually, but 1st Panzer Group is the best one, being that it is here and it can handle it. So yes, they'll be assigned to the Panzer Group. And then, yeah, we'll do that then. It means that they're not having to huff it elsewhere. Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second then, I know. Oops, not that one. So we have 2.9 million. Well, 2.9k fuel store. We produce 139k. We need 168k. Well, 168 there for factory. I'm not too sure about that one there. So we do have fuel used. So factory upkeep then, yeah. So we need 168 there for the factory upkeep. The factory upkeep there uses that. I'm not entirely sure. I think they must be a different thing there. We have 151k units of oil. We produce 170k. We used 168k. And we need 249k. So, yes. Resources seem to be equal. Fine, I guess. We do have a higher resource need, but I mean, this is it. We do have plenty of production, and we'll have more soon. So this is it. This is why we really want to get to the Caucasus, isn't it, really? Yeah, the graphs are quite nice. They do help out. But I mean, this is why we want to be moving into the Caucasus, then, for that oil. That'd be worthwhile. Okay. So I think we're ready to move into the next turn now. Oh, I think I have Blue Division to move to, unless I've already moved it. I think I've already moved it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll have them actually utilized down here in Crimea then. They're not too far away. Granted, there's not a road, but I could have it moved there. We do have the ports over here to help supplies, so that's pretty nice. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is take these reconnaissance and think I might have them moved up. Yeah, I'll have them moved up over here then. Just a couple, if I can get them in position, that'd be nice. Oh, there's plenty of oil in the coxes. Plenty. Like, for example, I think there's about 240 or 250 in this area. Oh, we've got there oil, 48. I think it's 248, 80, 80, 160. Yeah, 40. So 248 oil production there in total. And the fact that they also do produce... Yeah, that fuel production is nice. But, yeah, quite a bit of fuel production in this area. There is some more oil too. 2 oil production there. 23 oil production there. 27 oil production there. 10 oil there. Yeah, I mean, this is it. There might even be more there, but this is it. It's quite important. But we'll go for that. I mean, in fairness, what I could go ahead and do then is we'll take Crimea. We'll have the 2 Panzers go there and support it, because I've got no other use. The Panzer group then can head back and rest over here. Yeah. I mean, what I could do then is move across the Sea of Azov from the peninsula over here, perhaps. The terrain's not exactly great for me, but I would like to actually be on this side of the peninsula, the reason being that we do have that swamp over here to dig in with. That'd be quite nice. But if I could go ahead and just take the ports along here, that would definitely free us up for an invasion of the area. Would definitely help us out. It is difficult, but at least we do have a port over here to help supplies in that area, so it does make a big difference. So, we'll go with that then, and move into the actual turn 16. Which should be looking very fine, I think. But yeah, we do have almost a complete halt now. I mean, what do you guys think to the campaign so far? I think the most pivotal decision I've made so far... well, maybe 2, actually. I think the 2 most pivotal decisions I've made so far was having a motorized corps from the 4th Panzer Group go to Tallinn. I think that definitely helped us out. And I think as well, and I think they do have a lot to do with the North, and I think the other most pivotal decision, in my opinion, was to actually have the 2nd Army sent north and have those 10 divisions sent to the north. I think that's definitely helped us out there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We did need them in taking Leningrad. It just gave us that push through, didn't it? Like, I don't think Army Group North can do it alone without any additional support. I think they'd have to be fairly lucky. But I mean, this is it. I could have continued to drive up north there, but there was no need. I mean, as soon as I have Leningrad taken, I'm going to pull back across the river. I don't know if it's worth even holding that port. I don't know if we'd get port supply there. I mean, this is it. It's like, is it worth it? Because I could just pull back to where the train's still good anyway and constrict that line. I think depending on the weather here today, at least on the ground. I can't believe that they're moving that so far forward. That's crackers. That's absolutely crackers. I could do with having a couple additional cores on the front line as well, and splitting things up between them a little bit more. And the reason being I could actually have then more AA across that sort of front then. as well, more sport. I can't believe that they're moving that freight then. That's crazy to me. Absolutely mental. There we are. I mean, it'd be amazing if somebody was to be a great person and keep account of how many divisions we found in this pocket over here. I think we've seen a couple. There might yet be more, to be honest. Yes, that is my washing machine going the ham. Yeah. Sometimes I even have the dishwasher in the background to equal it out. Yeah, there you go. It's the sound of a logistical engine spooling up. I mean, this is it. You don't get this kind of service anywhere else, do you? This is washing machine ASMR. Oh dear. I am deeply worried though about the Kursk area. I think we'll have to get sufficient infantry into the area to hold that. At least around Kharkov we have some terrain to work with, but in Kursk, ooh, no. Not really. Not really. And that brings us into a terrible position then of how to handle it. But we do have a second rail line behind it. I think we'll have to try and get that as a priority afterwards. But yeah, we'll see. I think I will base a panzer group at Kharkov. I think I will base another panzer group potentially around Kursk or Orel. I think we are going to have 3 panzer groups. I'm going to try to commit to 3 panzer groups in the south. The south is a very large area. If I can get 3 panzer groups in there, I think we'll be good. And try and manage it. Okay. So we're at 538 points here today, it seems. That's quite nice. Should be able to have that increase yet again. Okay. The Axis reached the severe river, however you want to pronounce that. Finnish forces take Olanet Karelia captured by the Axis. Cool. RAF raised 1941, so they do target manpower here in Germany. Yes, we are doing that. We do have them. Soviet partisans increasing in intensity here again. And we do have the first Moscow Conference. So the first Moscow Conference took place from September 29th to October 1st, 1941. William Anveron, Hanneman representing the US, and Lord Beaverbrooke representing the UK, met with Joseph Stalin in Moscow. The discussions involved the promise of aid and support by the Allies to the Soviet Union in the common fight against Nazi Germany. Based on the conference agreements for the period of October 1941 through June 1942, the United States and Great Britain would provide monthly deliveries to the USSR of 400 airplanes, 500 tanks, anti-aircraft and anti-tank guns, motor vehicles, aluminium, and other, I said it in a terrible Yankee way there, and other metals. In return, the USSR promised deliveries to the Americans and British of large quantities of raw material needed for war production. There we are. I do like that. The event system's very nice. It does add a lot of flavour there. Okay. I do have 67 administration points, so I'm going to have to make use of them soon enough. Ooh, the ground is still light mud. Okay. Right. How long can we guarantee that for? Methinks not long. I think next turn we'll have heavy mud then, perhaps. So that doesn't look great. I think if we're going to try and take Leningrad, it'll have to be today then, really. How do you guys feel about that? I think it'll have to be today if we're going to take it. 86. I reckon we can probably do it. We should have additional assets in the support pool that I can throw in here. Some of these divisions aren't in the best shape, to be honest. Yeah, turn 17 goes heavy then. Okay, so it's now or never then, isn't it? I could have these guys thrown in as reserves then. I think we'll go for it as much as I can do, really. Yeah, now or never. If we get it now, then that's it, isn't it? It's freed up. That's the end of it then. I mean, this is it. This one over here is not much less tough, apparently, but I don't know. I reckon we can get it. If we get that, then that's that. Even if I don't get that, I can still wait it out and starve them, so I've got no issues, really. Wow, look at them. Interested that CV so low, man. Yeah, I think we'll go now or never. I think what I'll go ahead and do then is make sure our assets are in position. I think have these in reserve then. Even you. Oh, I'm in the air mode, aren't I? That's why. Even if you don't get it, fort level should be lowered. That's true. I feel like we might have a shot at it. We're able to concentrate quite a few divisions. I could do with maybe more there, but it might even be better to keep them. Yeah, I reckon if I move them across the river, they're not going to be able to participate, so it's probably better to have them in reserve. Yeah, we'll do that then. Oh. That's kind of awkward then that these divisions will be withdrawn shortly enough. I'll have to go ahead and get a division out there to replace them, actually. Yeah, we'll give those units every support unit that I can afford, really. I think that'll be the way we do it. Okay, they're still starving. I can afford to give them time to starve there. Though saying that, it's going to be heavy mud next turn, isn't it? So maybe I do throw in these forces here. I might throw in the panzers just to make sure it's taken before the heavy mud sets in. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We could have battled on here, but it's not worth it. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to be withdrawn soon enough as well. We've got the forces to replace them, so that's good. And yeah, there we are. So, I can't zoom in for some reason. I don't know why. There we are. Doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, these guys are starving again, which is good news. They're almost at level 4 fortress, annoyingly, but I'm happy to just let them starve out then. There's no water on the ground here, thankfully, so I've got a bit of time there. They haven't much moved over here, so I can actually go ahead and isolate these 2 divisions over here. So that'd be a nice little bonus. We'll drive these forces on through here then. Yeah, so... the weather, actually. Where's the weather? Have a base. It is... oh, it's beginning to rain down here. Yeah, it's raining everywhere, essentially, isn't it? But it's varying levels of water. Okay. I'm glad to see that actually worked there. So... did we have any arrivals this turn? Again, apologies about the washing machine going ham. There's Panzer Division. Oh, I think that's what arrived in the... yeah, that arrived in the Axis reserves there, so that's fine. Go ahead and take a look at that, actually. Interesting. Wallonian infantry arrived in reserve there. And this is it. I might even go ahead and have some of these reserves head out to other theatres, perhaps. Yeah, it's just my washing machine. Yeah, washing machine adds tension. Oh dear. Okay. So I think I don't need to set them to refit. I think they will just refit automatically. But we can come and check on them periodically and see how they're doing. There's the Wallonian infantry. Quite a lot of AA in here, actually. Stokes in here as well. An engineer unit there, Pioneer. Some Werfers, Verfers, whatever you want to say. Theatre Light. There we are. Garrison, 150% here. Yeah. I should have had these actually moved into... can I do it this turn? Convert to combat unit. I think I'd have to transfer it, wouldn't I? That's Duke Siren, indeed. Okay, so I'd have to transfer it to map then. I think it's too late to do so. I think I'll just keep it in the garrison then for the time being. But we're looking good there. I haven't yet been able to find out what happens if you're over. I think it's just a case of you might get victory points, or it just prevents things from happening, perhaps. Oh, there we go. Some additional. Are any additional Romanian forces active? We do have the 18th Romanian there, so that's good news. Yeah, so we'll have a couple additional Romanian divisions freed up then to actually head out this way. We'll use them to just like help us dig in. And my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. It's imagine living with it. Imagine living with it. Okay. Yeah, you can see that it's fallen into our control here. I doubt there's a Soviet Union in here, but we'll take these ports. But speaking of ports, you can see that we have them being transferred to here. And the system's working itself out a little bit more now. You can see that's taken it from other areas. The best there, definitely helping out. That's an interesting core. I don't know where that one's actually come from there. But we'll have that FPD continue then. Right, so, yeah, there we go. We can see that we are taking supply from over here. Okay. Going over the requirements of the Soviet Union garrison primarily leads to small impact to partisan interdiction activities. Okay, that's good to know there, Django. I had imagined it would do, but I haven't found it in the actual relevant part of the manual. Could you actually provide us any sort of information for how much of a difference it does make there? Yeah, the Romanians come to save the German army, indeed. Trying to come and save some glory. Right, heavy woods there. Wow. Light woods there. It's the first time we've actually seen some stacked Soviets there. Over here we've seen at least a couple. Over here we've seen some there. Okay. In brief, the Soviet stars remain small. Oh, okay, so they actually grow physically larger. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to have the microphone pointed a little bit further away from... Whoa, yeah, it dropped it. A little bit further away from the washing machine. They stack heavily in Leningrad. Well, that's true. I mean, I don't think they have a choice to not stack over here, actually. But we'll have a couple of divisions to be able to take out. Now... if you hover over the house, you can see the current penalties applied from the partisans. That's good to know. Access, so 1 interdiction. How does that convert that into number? Okay. Right, so as far as it goes for like actual aircraft, I don't know if I don't know, what would you guys think? Should I have ground support given in this attack over here? I'd have to make sure that they were able to receive such support. I guess it could be worthwhile, but I don't know. But again, it's one of those, isn't it? It's like, well, why are you so careful about Romanian units? I'm really not. I'm just not. I'm just not really pressing into combat, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. Is it worth it for the most part? So I can take it, but when it comes to aircraft, it's like, well, I can only produce so many aircraft, so I'm not too sure I will do that. I think what I'll do is I'll have some high-flying reconnaissance fly over the actual city of Leningrad. Yeah. All in with ground sports. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, we can go with that. I mean, I guess this is it at the end of the day. Yeah, I guess. I guess it's one of those, isn't it? Like, where if we throw the bombers or whatever into it, yeah, we might lose them. But then the city's taking this turn rather than it not being taken. Once they reach Bialystok or whatever it is, more or less stop. Interesting. They are active until the Soviets regain most of the pre-war border. Okay, that's good to know. They may not be entirely able to support here, but we'll see. I don't think I need the naval ops anymore, to be honest. So we can cancel that. I mean, in fairness, I have the bloody port, don't I? If I take the city, then they're kind of buggered. So... I guess we will then. Few fighters are much more important. I mean, this is it. Do I need to escort them? I guess I could throw some escorts in there. I guess we'll have to throw some escorts in there. Oh, I don't know. I think we'll go for it then. I guess we'll go for it. If it helps us to take the actual city, it'd be worthwhile, I guess. Maybe we can take it, but I guess we'll see. Let's just have to, well, we'll just have to hope that we can buy ourselves the time to actually, yeah, running without an escort, ruin your bomb force, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'd like to take it before the mud really sets in. The light mud's not so bad, it does make it harder. And it's heavy urban, isn't it? I don't know. I guess we'll go for the ground support now. What I could do is fly air superiority over Leningrad at a much higher altitude, perhaps. Well, that's true then, Ulster. So what do you guys think then? Should we go for like an air superiority mission over here? I could go ahead and cancel that. So I could go ahead and set it over here. And I mean, this is it, like, I could just have, maybe even, I could take these two larger JG52, I don't know why that took me so long to actually say that. I was like, so my brain was like, say it the Japanese way, just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. I'm like, no, we're talking English today. But yeah, what would you guys think to that? Does anybody have any idea of what altitude would be good for some sort of mission like that? I mean, I could patrol at a higher altitude, try to avoid the worst of the enemy's AA. And maybe with the actual air supremacy, I could try to reduce the amount of escorts that may, in fact, be hit. Do let me know. I think that might be at least some way there. But I think we'll go whole hog. I'll have everything in the air referring to reserve that can't be directly in the line of battle. I will give them every support unit I can. Roman, I mean, we go over this quite often, but there will be a DLC in the future, apparently. And when we do take Leningrad, then Finns will arrive. In fairness, it doesn't make that much of a difference for the most part. Oh, you love that. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, I should have read that comment a bit more. I just get so used to me answering away now. Okay, so I think I'll go for that, unless anybody has any strong opinion. I just think it's probably, or I could even just tell one to stand down. I don't know. What do you guys think, then? That's true. Excuse me. And then Tiger Slayer bases. That's true. So they appear to be based in the vicinity anyway. I'm not sure what altitude, so I could go with, I don't know. Does anybody have any idea of an altitude? I mean, this is it. I'll be looking more into the air aspect of the game in future games, to be honest. I mean, I'll be picking up as we go along, slowly but surely. In editor, is that like... Is that by looking in here, or is that something completely different? Do we have a maximum altitude there? Oh, from the main menu, okay. That's interesting. Does anybody know what that number is off by well, by happenstance, I guess you could say. But I mean, I think we should be okay. I could even probably have one of them just stood down, to be honest. We don't need that many, but I don't know. I guess it's worthwhile to be sure, isn't it? Okay. That'd be much appreciated there, Django, if you could. There we go, Django and trade. My big man. I don't even know if I'll be able to use the bombers, actually. A lot of them aren't in position, so I'll have to take a look. What is actually in position right now? I've got the fighters there. Fighters there. Okay, well, it looks like I can't really. Yes. There's only JU-88s over here. There's not that many. There's only KG-76 over here. There is this unit over here, then. So I could throw those in potentially too. Yeah, so we don't have that much, but at least something then. I guess it limits the losses that we could potentially take then at least. That's not the worst thing then, I guess. There's not that many aircraft here either, to be honest. I do wonder how many men could be in there. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is give them the support equipment now. I think I'll give the Flampanzers to the unit with the most AV, which is Slim Pickens. So I'll give it to the 122nd. Though I have the 86 there. The 86 actually had... Oh, 18,000. Okay, good to know. It's probably why they have more, actually. Alright, give them some Flampanzer. I'll just give him everything I can then. We'll just go everything. We have some fresh Stug battalions, which is nice. I guess Pioneers are probably more useful in this situation. Should we go with just Stugs and Pioneers for the most part? I think that's probably the best I'm going to get. I do have that mechanized, that like Lehr Panzer Constance Battalion. Stugs and Pioneers, yeah. I'll go for Stugs and Pioneers. We've got plenty of Pioneers now. And the Pioneers obviously have the flamethrowers, which definitely do help. I'll see if there's any additional artillery I can put into any of these cores nearby too. They're bloody well spotted as far as it goes here. You can see that's bringing that combat value up. Is it just 96? Okay, just 96 then. Go for the Stone Pioneer. I wonder if they're any better. They have a better name, so I'm going to assume so. But I will go for the numbers. Okay. Yeah, they're actual flamethrower tanks, yes. Right, 18k, we'll have that set then. Okay. Well, in fairness, it wasn't that high to begin with. So I guess it's not that. I mean, it is and it isn't, but it's one of those, isn't it? I guess it's one of those. Where's LVI? Where's LVI? Oh, there, oh, you're there. Okay, makes sense. And I could assign additional forces here. Maybe I'll go ahead and assign all the Stug battalions then. Or what I might go ahead and do then is assign it to a unit nearby. So then at least I don't have any additional fatigue, perhaps? I don't know. And go for you, I guess. I'll have these battalions assigned here then. Ideally they do help. There's a part of me that thinks, oh, maybe we do that. No, I just... I think I'd shoot myself. Maybe just the strongest ones then. Alright, I guess. Yeah, I know. They can be refitted. I mean, this is it. They're going to be sitting in the OKH for a while after this. Okay. So I'll set up air superiority here then. We don't have much, so I'll just use one group, I guess. And then, I mean, I could have it on ground attack, but I was on ground support. I'll just have it set to the army group north. Then it should join, I believe. KG1's not in range, KG77's not in range. KG76 is the one here, but that's fighters. No, that's actually the Junker 88. Oh, they can fly higher than 18. They're outside range. Yeah, shame, but oh well. Let's give them some escorts then. Not the best, is it, really? Now, for me, I don't know. I'm not that concerned about running air missions right now. I think we could transfer them now, but I don't think they'd be ready to fly now. Oh, do they? I've not seen that rule. So if they fly higher than 9, they get shot from multiple tiles. Interesting. What I'll go ahead and do then is edit that mission. And I guess we'll bring it down to 9 then. Oh, above 10. Ah, interesting. Right, what do you guys think then? I mean, this is it. At the end of the day, there is AA right next door to them. So do we go low? Is it a case where it makes much of a difference at this point? I guess it's a philosophical question more than anything. You have 2 AA levels, one for the tile itself and one for the tile next to it. Right, okay. No, never. Okay, we'll go go 10, I guess. We'll just go with that then, I guess. Beyond that, I'm really quite happy that we don't have to do much. Leave 9,000 to avoid... Right, okay. We'll go 9k then. See how that works out. So you have lots of AA that can shoot you further, you should find it. Yeah, 9. We'll go 9 then. Right, so in the south, units are still transferring. I'm just going to be flying reconnaissance over this area here of the Crimea. I don't really need to know about anything else for the most part. We have become a god unto ourselves. They're still running naval patrol. And I need to run reconnaissance in the north, actually, so we'll do that shortly. Actually, I don't need those. Yeah, I'll have to look more into the air system. It is obviously quite important, isn't it? Not much AA down here, thankfully. I'm happy for those naval patrols to continue. Don't want to mess with it. Don't mess with it. Good thing. Alright, and then just reconnaissance over here in the north. And that'll about do it, really. But then again, I don't know if they'll be able to do it. Because they're already moving, aren't they? So, we'll... I don't know. Is anything nearby? I guess I'm not going to get that. I guess we should, in theory, have enough detection. I don't know. I guess it is what it is, isn't it? Should have not really moved things, but well, it is what it is. So we'll go with that then. I'm fairly happy with that. Hopefully, the mostest. I mean, yeah. Flak air combat, okay. Operational, I'd imagine, will be coming down from the naval patrol around Odessa. Which I'm gonna try to bloody destroy soon. I think it's been isolated a couple of hexes now. Just need to try and get a Yumph in there, don't we? So I think what we'll do then is take the remaining forces and have them head to Odessa for the most part. Naval patrol. Yeah, that's where the damage comes from. Okay. So, indeed. But I didn't know about combat units, sorry, potential being lowered by them. That's really good to know. Now, I could give them additional support units, but I think we've got enough, so I'll just have them on reserve then. And really bloody well hoped, to be honest. Go ahead and move that core up. Yeah, they'll not be able to join in. And yeah, I mean this is last turn we have of light. I was gonna say light snow, but it's mud, of course. So I'll just save it there. I don't know. I think I have some confidence in it. It'll depend really. Not much more we can do there. I mean, the numbers are in our favour here, but then this is it, isn't it? Can you show the tanks? Yeah, sure, then I know. Flampanzer. They're likely French and Panzer IIs in here. So we've got Flampanzer IIs. I think one of the units has French tanks. That one seems to be the German one. Is this the one with the French ones in? I'm sure we had some with some French flamethrower tanks in. Maybe they've been assigned out elsewhere, actually. Yeah, they are. This is it. I mean, if we take a look over here, I mean, we've got, what, 21 AFVs in there, 72 AFVs in there, 80 FVs in there, 15, 15, 19, 15. Aye, you're in God's hands, yeah. Well, we'll just hope that we have some reserves arrive, really. So let's hope for the best and see if we take Leningrad. There we go, 8th Panzer 900th. And that looks like Leningrad. I'm going to assume that with the unit surrendering here, that's Leningrad. Would have been nice to have had a few more there, but we have 160,000 men. 1,700 guns committed there. There were 62,000 men here. We had 34 fighters. We only had fighters committed here. But we shot down 151 aircraft. 3 fighters, 63 bombers. I'm assuming that is Leningrad taken, and that is Leningrad taken there, ladies and gentlemen. And so begins the end of the Leningrad pocket. That was a big battle there. Handily won there. So 2,700 losses in the end there. 3 AFVs, but we take the city of Leningrad into our hands. And I cannot bloody wait to use it. So you're going to turn the hell around and get in there. Right. Excellent. Yep, there we are. Excellent. And at this point now, we'll just wrap them up now. Though saying that, I could just wait, but then this is it, isn't it? The weather's going to be changing, so... Whew. Yeah, so we take their Leningrad turn 16. Could have probably taken it early, in fairness, if we had stacked the units in the right way. But we got it when we did. Okay. Indeed. Indeed, iron crosses. But that was very good for us there, so that will take that for us, and then we'll be able to get Kronstadt and Orient Balm shortly enough there. But that's a very important victory for us there. Actually, I tell you what, I need to take one of those divisions out of there to link it up to the rail network. I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part, didn't I? Fuck. I should have thought about that one. Should have thought about that. Okay. Well, I can't. As annoying that is, there's no point sitting and digging around, so I might as well just continue the rail over here. And then we'll go do it. So next turn, I'll finish the connection up to Tallinn, and then we'll go to Leningrad. Which, okay, that's probably a better thing to do. Probably more mature. Only attractive individuals would do that. Yeah, there we are. So... I mean, AFV loss is not bad there, which is actually really impressive. I mean, 1,000 guns lost, which is interesting. I imagine that includes the disabled or damaged guns there. But we had the 215th, the 302nd, the 102nd, the 337th, the 326th, the 318th Rifle Divisions in there. We had 291st Rifle Division there. I always find this to be a little annoying. Leningrad Coastal Artillery Division there. Quite a few aircraft. Yeah, you can see that we had the siege mortar batteries there. How much support did we gain then? Did we gain support from everything? Who actually led the battle for us? It was led by Brandenburg. Is that because we attacked with him? I should probably pick the corps led by Manstein then. But there we are. I imagine many were damaged, but not so bad. So we can take a look at the actual losses over here then. Yeah. I mean, that depot, the Leningrad depot, should actually net us some trucks on it, I imagine. But losses not bad. I mean, yeah, we had the 4 600mm Carl Siege mortars, the 6 305 Skodas. There we are. 38 of these bad boys. The extra guns are surrendered City AA. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Quite a bit of AA then, isn't there? Yeah. Yep, there we are. I mean, having the Panzers committed to the battle was nice then. Would have been nice to have had more infantry like these guys here. But I guess that's just due to the fact that they just probably didn't have enough MP to get into it technically. So, mostly, we got what we needed. We came, we saw, we slew. Okay. Apparently that's tougher than I'd imagine. Heavy woods there. If you hear some drunken idiots outside, then you hear some drunken idiots outside. I don't know what else to say. Right, what do you guys think then? Because we're due heavy mud then next turn. Do we attack them now where the while the light mud is here? I think their numbers are not real. I mean, we took Leningrad with a couple losses. I don't think there'll be a problem. We get the Finns. I think it's 5%. I think I've been told there's a 5% chance every turn that we'll get the Finns. Attack now. Yeah, I think we'll go for that then. I think we'll attack now then. I'll turn reserves off on other units then. Have them just rest. Yeah, but AFE losses were not bad at all, so I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, no. We'll go for that then. I think that's more than enough, but I can't really move them anyway. I think we'll clear out what we can then while we have the weather. Yeah, 300 loss there. That was led by Manchester. I might even just have to use a Motrise just to move in there, just take control of it. Let's see, then we have Cavalry. That's Heavy Woods. That's Swamp. Go ahead and attack that. 17,000. Yep, there we are. So... I'll move the 36 in here then. There's going to be quite a few men in here. Yeah. I mean, this is it. All of the 600mm siege guns that we have there, we had them in there. But there we go. I mean, that's nice. That'll help clear us up. All these guys got a chance to rest now. And we're not long now from having these units begin to be spread out elsewhere. I don't know about the railway cannons. I guess this is it. It's like it'd be nice, but I don't know. Maybe somebody could add them in the future. Who knows? There could be like an event system, to be honest. But let's take a look then. So that takes us past the 2.5 million mark. We're past the 3.5 million mark. Very nice. 31 already there. And you look at all that AA. That's quite a lot of AA to lose. I do wonder what these fortified and coastal artillery batteries had. Fortress, sorry. Fortress obviously was the men inside it, and obviously the fortifications themselves. But that was good. That was really good there. Air losses, then they've lost quite. Yeah. And we lost in that, but I mean, this is at the end of the day, it was worth it. There we are. So at this point, then, we're just going to be rolling them up. I guess the sooner it's done, the sooner it's cleared, the better in a way. But the weather's going to become worse now. So, what I could do is... Yeah, I was about to say I could fall back from this port over here, but I'm going to remain here a little longer then. Just a turn or two longer then. Once we... I mean, this is it. Once we finish these guys off over here, then we'll be good to go. But I mean, I can imagine that's probably the most supply they had in that area. I don't know, maybe it was cities, but they'll just keep on starving each turn. Aye. Yeah, I mean, we even had more divisions over here, to be fair. Okay. So these will have to be replaced. So I think what we'll do then is we'll start taking these divisions and moving them to replace the ones that we'll be leaving shortly enough. But, we're looking pretty good. Again, I didn't run any reconnaissance over here, so who knows really what's in here. Capturing depots. Oh, okay, so we find another 2 divisions down here. Honestly, it's like whack-a-mole. Oh, there we go, 3 more in there. Oh, yes, I know them, my friend. I'm going to be taking them off Assault Army this turn, I'd imagine. I think I'll take them off. I've taken, one... I took 4th Panzer Group off for Assault status. I probably should have taken the other ones as well, actually. But I think we had a bit of an issue regarding command points, so we'll get that done. Yeah, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is... So I could do another core here, so I'll probably take a core from this unit here. We'll have to combine it, really. But we'll have to figure it out. That pocket's like its own country. Pocket, yeah, Pocket-vania? Somebody help me, I'm not that gifted. Oh, there's quite a few in here then, isn't there, really? I mean, we've found, what, like 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. I've no idea how many are actually in here. 20... Just shy of 21,000 men there. Another 17,000 men there. Aircraft in here too. Or at least they came in and supported them. Okay. I mean, their suffering index is lack of roads. Very interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, if there's 2 armies in there also, I'd be very impressed. But that's very nice at the end of the day. That nets is quite a few Soviets in there. And it is a very large area, isn't it? You think it was like all that area. Which is pretty big. Pretty beefy like. Looks like we can push on south here. Yeah, they can be isolated there. Just look towards isolating them. What I'll do then is go around here and try and isolate them yet further. I'm not going to make a push directly for Sevastopol. If they want to evacuate, they can evacuate. I'm not going to be able to get down there too terribly quickly anyway. It'd take me at least a turn to get the Panthers in a position to be in a position. So what I'm going to do then is focus on trying to... Yeah, we'll get the German forces in over here then. I mean, I could break that. Maybe it's just easier to break this here. But I'll give it a turn. 1 turn there cut off, and then we're good to go, aren't we? Yeah, that's worthwhile. I mean, what I could do then is maybe just move in further, perhaps. Cut that rail. Odessa is still starving. I know, it's a pain in the ass. It's still isolated though, so that's good. Yeah, I know. It is a giant pain in the ass, but I mean, this is it. I mean, I do wonder. I'd bring more troops here to attack this, but it's not so bad. And we do have more Romanians that can actually move up. We'll take Odessa, just have to wait for it, I guess. The ground's still clear there, thankfully, so we've still got that time. I mean, this is it. Odessa was made harder because I just didn't understand how the system worked. But we've learned that lesson now, at least. Some degree at least, anyway. I mean, these cavalry brigades I might as well choose to clear up these areas over here. Yeah, it's a nice commitment from the Romanians, really. I mean, their ass is kind of on the line. We do have 227th Infantry Division there, and another corps, which is actually really nice. I'm glad to see that other corps. That's very good. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're starving. As long as I can keep up that interdiction, then they'll just keep on starving. And then eventually they'll just dissipate. Yeah, I think they were on 97, so I don't think they've made much progress. I mean, this is it there, PO. I could attack it now, and the odds would not be good, so I'm happy to wait a little bit longer. I do have the Blue Infantry Division over here, which I could have engaged in that, but without a German corps, it's probably not worthwhile. So what I'm probably better off doing then... I mean, I don't know, it's one of these, isn't it? As long as I can keep it cut off from naval supply, then it'll starve. There's not a great rush for it at this moment in time. I mean, in the past there was, but well, we're kind of past that point now. which is pretty ironic. Interesting that I'm not moving beyond certain points here. Yeah, we'll have to study the terrain here and really see which is the best. But I think we've kind of got the best we're going to get here. Just attack them. No, I refuse. I was going to give it longer. It doesn't cost us there. And even then, I've secured additional pods anyway. I'd have to have an FBD here. I'm just going to let it be. Just let it be for the time being. Oh, I forgot to move that unit out, actually. I forgot about that. That's okay. Right. Well, I don't know about committing the Panzers there, actually. It might just be... I think it's probably a better idea just to have the Panzers move over here. Yeah, we'll give it time. There's no... I mean, this is it. It's like we take Edessa, so what? We take Edessa. Might as well just let it starve at this point now. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. I'll just let it starve at this point. We've still got the clear terrain here. So let it starve. They can enjoy the honour of being tough. Maybe I go a little bit further in. Right, let's see. I think I'd be better off aiming for a port over here, actually. I'll aim for that port. The reason being, if I do take that port, I can actually gain supply myself in this area. So I'll take that next turn. It can starve to the point of being ineffective. I think it can eventually... I mean, this is it. You're going... I mean, how would you feel about fighting if you didn't receive any supply for a few weeks? I can imagine that probably would suck. Yeah. I could do again the infantry down here. We'll get that moving there. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth even holding this position here. I might just fall back behind that. But then this is it, isn't it? It's like... We just need the infantry to move down here. The terrain in general is just not what I really need. We'll push up here to take this road. I do want that road there to try and help with the logistics. But yeah. But it's interesting actually finding these divisions. I mean, that's very interesting finding them. I've seen USSP after a while, yeah. Oh, this is it, isn't it? I guess it's just a sense of losing combat capability. I'll have this corps move into this gigantic pocket. And again, I would like to find roads in here, but there's no roads. There's no roads where we're going, baby. I could just cut across here, but it's not ideal, frankly. I am rather intrigued, though, that we do find units down there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah, huh. Confucius say, catnip got me acting weird. Oh no, catnip got me acting unwise. Hey, didn't I, Benedict? It is indeed. You haven't time traveled as of yet, but there's still time. And there we go, a couple more armored. Quite happy about that. Yeah. Right, well. Honestly, well, we've actually forced a couple divisions to surrender in here. I'm actually quite surprised by this. I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, I did it and had zero idea what was in there. Now, for us actually to grab a couple more is actually really, really nice. I mean, well, let's see what we found in here then. So that's 2 infantry. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and a tank division there. It's not fixed as of yet, we're still building up. Like, we're up to here on the rail, so we'll be able to make some more progress here this turn. Shall go ahead and do that. Move on to Kharkov. Belgorod. Ah, it's up there. Not quite a link up this turn, but not far off. Yeah, not far off. Yeah, it could still be more of the airfields, indeed. Right, so one more turn we'll have the FBDs link up over here then. That'd be quite nice. That'll connect that rail system there. Should help us. I think what I'll do then is have another FB. I think we'll have one FBD head down here then to link this up. The other FBD I might have used to... might have it head down this way. And then to like Gamel or even down here to Kiev, maybe? I don't know. It depends really what's better for us, the interior lines or... I think it's probably better to be able to draw up more capacity. So if I could link it up to somewhere in Poland or something like that, try and draw up more capacity like that perhaps. Many options. Some of them darker than others. Yeah. Ah, that's interesting. I think I'll go ahead and use the remaining cavalry to move through this area then. Try and discover if there's any additional infantry in here or just anything in general. I mean, these are active airfields, that's something to point out, isn't it, indeed? Yeah, so they're beginning to dig in over here. And I haven't run reconnaissance, so there's likely more units here. But in fairness, I mean, this is it. It's like, we're taking a look over here at the front lines, and you tell me how many Soviets you see. There's not that many Soviets. This area is nice. It could have been potentially worthwhile to have moved into this area to give us a little bit more space here. But I think I'm happy with what I've got. At the end of the day, I might as well continue to dig in where I am now. Then move forward. Okay. So move to Veliki Luki. Can't quite do it. No point doing that either. Yeah, that's true. Hey, doing that loyal? We'll take a look at that in just a second. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I've got a city I can take down here myself, but I mean, this is it. We've found a couple more divisions in here. I mean, that's 10 plus divisions. That's pretty nice. I mean, they've been starving in there a couple turns as well now, actually. City there. So we'll go ahead and take that. Have you head down there. That does connect us up there. Go take that port. Put myself in an awkward situation there. Very awkward situation. Wow, that's tremendously awkward. Okay. So what I'm going to have to go ahead and do then is just choose one. I have another call down here anyway. There we are. So, while the weather is fine... Oh, that would hurt me. But I think I will... I could just have the Panzers placed in here, to be fair. I could do a little bit more support, I think. I think I will push the infantry in. That was a bad move, they can't do it anyway. Fuck. Might as well move them back now. That was a waste of time. Yeah, they'll do that, then head back to refit. Oh wow. That's ice spoil. No, but I want to try and get it done just quick. I mean, this is it. No, I don't need it, but they're here anyway. I think sometimes overkill should. Oh, it's overkill. I mean, I took around 187k or 180 odd k versus 7k, so I'm not afraid to overkill. Yeah, sometimes it's just fun to do it. Was it needed? No, not really. Was it cool though? Yes. Bloody roads here are nasty. Okay. We'll have them move out to the front line over here, then start digging in. Yeah, we're getting a little bit there then. That's nice. Can link that up then. And I don't think I'm gonna have it. I don't know. I could, but yeah, it's mud down here already, isn't it? So is no point. No point. Just have a move over here to the Panzer Corps. Have them sit there for the time being. They'll shift up to Kharkov when Kharkov's ready as a depot. Which I should really have active now. I didn't receive that much though. Did I forget to set the... interesting. I think it's because I've got level 4 priorities elsewhere. I mean, I think maybe I bring them down? I don't know. I don't think the ports actually matter here because they're not in the rail system anyway. But it may just be that I don't know. I do wonder. There may not just be that much freight going down this way. I'm not so sure. I'll be going on this stream shortly. I said to myself, you're going to go to sleep at 11 PM today. I'm like, oh, okay, apparently not. A bit later, but on a bit chill time after. Okay. But no, well, actually, no, our victory point should be pretty good here today, man. 4 at the front line, then 3, then 2, then 1 maybe helps. Yeah, it seems to be weirder down here in the south. I think that's because we have like a couple lines. But I think at the end of the day, it's such a long line. Maybe we are just losing quite a bit. Yes, it was nice. We took Leningrad here today. Very nice. Let's take a look. So I'm at 586 victory points here today then. Odessa would net us another 10, which would take us to just shy of 600 points. Leningrad's worth 30. Yes, Leningrad's worth 30 there. I don't think there's any other ones I could take other than Odessa. Oh, Sevastopol, I guess. So I guess this is it. I think what we'll do then is we'll take Odessa soon enough. And then, yeah, we're in a position then of just besieging Sevastopol. And that gain is another 30 victory points. So I think we're past the point of having to worry about a sudden defeat. At that point, we're not too far then from actually gaining a sudden victory in 42, really. And I think a push towards Moscow probably would be probably on the agenda, really. I mean, we have 40 victory points around the area. I mean, there's like 60 victory points to just these cities here alone, really. Moscow. We might not even need to go for Moscow, to be honest. Obviously, taking it would seal the deal. But yeah, we have options. I think you gain... Do you gain victory points for destroying enemy units? I'm going to go ahead and check on the losses in a minute. Somebody asked me about that too. Oh, I don't think you get bonuses for destroying enemy units in Spring 42. Yeah, I think we should be good for that. We've got to get through the winter, but I think we're in a good position for it. Okay. So I've got 530 from cities and 54 from bonus. I wonder where the bonus comes from then. Enemy events. Interesting. Oh, does the bonus come from these? Okay. Yeah. You can get finished units, yes. Now that we have Leningrad, I'm told that there's about a 5% chance that they'll spawn each turn or so. That's fine. But I mean, this is it. So we have a couple thousand units, sorry, a couple thousand men over here to finish off. I mean, this pocket, I'm surprised at how much is actually in here. I remain quite surprised. So we've just tried a couple divisions. I frankly didn't think there'd be much in here. I really just thought that it might be just a couple sparse divisions, if anything, really. So I'm quite surprised that they had as much as they did in there. Oh, taking the okay. So you actually get a bonus if you take it before the Germans took it. That's really interesting. I didn't realise that was a thing. That's cool. I guess we've got a couple of those then, haven't we? God, where's the city here? So Belgorod. Oh, you can actually just hover over it. That's nice. So we've got it early there. So we've got a bonus there, but it seems. Kharkov, we got it early too. We got a lot of these cities early than it seems. Yeah, we got all these before October. We could have potentially gone on here to Rostov, but I've decided to make a halt here. So that's pretty nice. When did Odessa actually fall? 16th of October. So it turn or two from now. There is a map, cities. Interesting. Okay. So I'll take a look at the losses then. So, the Soviets are now sitting at 3.6 million losses. I think depending on what's actually in the Leningrad pocket, depending on what's in that pocket to the south, and the other pockets that we may make in the time between, I'm hoping that we can net 4 million Soviets. Oh, there is maps. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Yeah. I think that could be... I think we might be able to manage that. Maybe there's a couple... There might be 100k in Leningrad area, I'm not so sure. There was 66k in Leningrad itself. There's a couple more divisions in that area. We saw about, what, 40k men in the divisions that we attacked down south. So we'll be able to take them. That'll take us to 100k, at least. Yeah, looking pretty good. I could probably try and take... And there may even be more in there. Anything in there is a bonus at this point now. But yeah, we have 2,566,288 captured, 521,951 disabled, 516,409 killed there. They've lost now 15,107 AFVs, 59,381 guns there. I think we're doing alright. We've still got more to capture then, so that's good. We could have continued pocketing to some degree, but it would have been very minor, and it might not have even been worth it in the end. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Be very interesting. Our own losses there. A lot of those losses were Panzer 2Cs, which is still nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still nice. Panzer 38Ts. 100 Panzer 4Es. Yeah. Hopefully we can take the time to recover those losses there, really. Stokes have lost 109, because that's obviously... then in the motorized, and obviously we have them committed as battalions and batteries. Cargo ship. Yeah, I mean, this is it. The majority of those AFV losses are T-26. The Touch Panzer, then amphibious panzers. I remember looking at them a while ago, actually. Yeah. I believe they're just essentially amphibious panzers. Yeah, I mean, this is it, but the aircraft part of the game is the part of the game that I'm the weakest on, really. That's the part where I'm weakest. That's the part I really want to learn more about, really. But now we've got what we wanted. I think we've achieved almost everything. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a really nice air system. I do enjoy it. Right, so let's see then. Let's see. I think I could really do like another army, to be honest. That'd be nice. I think what I'll probably go ahead and do then, it depends actually. I may just have to have like a panzer group sit in this area for the command, and then maybe have the actual panzer shifted south perhaps. Maybe. So I need to try and equal things out. We'll have the infantry just shift down to fill in their roles here. I think it'll be 17th Army that is this area, but I don't know if I want to do that. 17th Army has gone through quite a lot of hell. So I think I'd like to have a panzer group sit around here at Stal now, just make sure they're spotted, I think perhaps. I do have the city of Golovka over here as well, so at least I can sit a couple more panzers in their city there. Stalino itself. Yes. Indeed. What else do we have in here then? So there's a couple bombers in here that we are aware of. Could be more. I'm surprised though, because I imagined they would have been continuously moving against the edge of the pocket, but maybe they're not moving that far due to just lack of everything, really. The actual weather, sorry, the ground in here is actually clear, which is fantastic, actually. That's good to know. Besides here. But yeah, I mean, they've been starving now. When did we get this pocket? Was it turn 13 that we had this pocket, or was it turn 14 that we had this pocket? I forgot now. I'm not so sure. Did they only really run the one there? That's kind of upsetting, actually. I guess I'll probably have it moved over somewhere else then. Well, actually, I could have that one head down this way, perhaps, and then at least we could start linking up on a couple lines in this area. Or even just down to this area. Yeah, maybe down to this area. I mean, there's a couple lines in this area I could be working on at the same time, so we'll try and make that work. These lines over here that were never actually linked up, were they? Because that one not been taken. Fair enough. Right. So there's supply in there. Port supply there. So yeah, what we'll do then is needs to go ahead and prioritize get into Kronstadt and Orientbaum then. I think with Orientbaum, I don't know how many troops are actually there, but again, it's a level 5 fortress, so... But then it's not heavy urban, isn't it? Heavy urban is obviously great terrain. Heavy woods itself is good, but it's nowhere. It's not as good as heavy urban. Actually, what's that interdiction? Yeah, heavy urban there is 16. So they had a big bonus from that. Heavy woods is only +2. I mean, this is dense. Heavy urban is double dense in fairness. But even when this is isolated, it's still better than heavy woods. So you can see just how Leningrad is. It is pretty damn tough. Indeed. Could do now just position these units to be able to cross over. I don't think any of them have enough MP to cross though, in fairness. Yeah, we'll finish them off. Get those men dealt with, and then we'll be good to go. But I am at the point now of end of the stream, so it's been a good one, really. It's been a very good one. Does anybody have any predictions for how they think things will go? I don't think the line's going to hold perfectly. I don't know. I think in the centre north, we've had a good head start on digging in, which has been quite good. Like, I don't know, William O'Hare, good to have you, my friend. Take Kronstadt and then, yeah, we've got level 3 fortifications there, that's quite nice. Looks like they're building that up even more there. Yep, they're building that up to level 4 there. So, we'll get this up to where we need it. Looks like we might have level 2 next turn. There are construction units over here working on Smolensk still. Smolensk is not that far from being done now. Yeah, I mean, this is it. With Leningrad taken, we're in a great position. These, I think I'll have returned. I could have them sit one more turn, but I think I'll probably... Ooh, I don't know. I think I'll sit them there until the job's done, and then I think they'll automatically return anyway, perhaps. Yeah. So, with the capture of the city... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and check on the trucks in a second. So I'm going to prioritize the port and the railway over here. The port is actually quite nice. Where are you putting your forts? The forts are generally placed on a line of the best terrain, really. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is, as we get the forces over here from the north moving down south, because I only need one army. Even one army may be overkill in this area, to be honest. I could have the actual army based over here at Novgorod or Luga itself, and it'll cover probably this area. I might try to hold this with one army, and then have an army in reserve, perhaps. It depends. I'm really going to try and mash it out, really. But yep, as you can see, I've been looking towards heavy woods and swamp as a priority. Really taking that. This town over here in the swamp is quite nice to have. But I've been trying to gain the best terrain. Velicade Luke is going to be brought into the actual rail systems very shortly, so that'll help out these guys in this area. I could have a depot moved up to potentially even here, just so then they're only using their horses. It increases the actual cost of freight, but at the end of the day, they're not using trucks, then are they? Especially in an area where we don't have great roads, it's probably worthwhile. Over here, they have the road, which is very nice. It's a shame that we don't have a rail that bisects over here. But yeah, this is the initial line. Obviously, it's going to be digging it down here. It's in the process of doing so now. I'm going to get the infantry into this position here. Luckily, I do have the mud, which helps out. That'll be helping us out shortly enough. I don't need to be doing much in the way of advancing elsewhere beyond Crimea. And if the Soviets try to counterattack, well, they're going to be facing heavy mud shortly enough. So that's fine. What I need to go ahead and do then is actually prioritize construction units and have them moved elsewhere. But I could very well take like the 3rd Panzer Group over here actually, because the 3rd Panzer Group now is just normal army over here, and I think we just use it as such. I can have a Panzer Group without Panzers, just watch me. So what I could actually do is maybe have like Panzer Group over here in the north, and then I could have like 16th Army here, or 18th Army, then have like an army in reserve over here at Leningrad perhaps. I was going to work out how things are going to go really. So I've got to work out the actual CP, but that helped me out. I think we'll have a Panzer Group then down here at Smolensk, and then I'm going to aim for 3 Panzer Groups down here if I can manage it. And I could base a Panzer Group at a rel... I don't know, I guess this is it at the end of the day, like we could have one here at Smolensk area. Maybe a rel or Kursk. Kursk maybe. I guess Kursk, because we do have a good terrain here. That gives them a good, strong defense there on their flank. So Kursk is where it's all open. So Kursk, Kharkov, and then Stalino, perhaps. And then at least we have them based in a good position. I need to get the Romanians moving up, though. The Romanians will be very useful here. But the difficulty over here is the fact that there's not really a great place for a second line. Like, if I was to draw a line with the best terrain, it would be probably just to head south here, but then it does lengthen the line out. At least this way I do have a geography to help me out a little, if it does indeed at all, or if it's not just the same. Difficult one, really. Yeah, I mean, this is why I'm thinking about having 3 panzer groups in the area and then having like a panzer group in this area. I'm going to have the infantry move in here and dig in. That'll be good for us. And at least I do have... and I think what I'd like to do as well is then try to dig in a second line of defense as well here if I can. Like maybe on the road here or just in front of the road. I think just in front of the road. Try and get that second layer of defense. But it depends on how we want to take things. In some situations, it may be better to probably focus on that first line of defense, and then the second one, really. But it depends. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to. What I could go ahead and do then is actually focus construction battalions into armies in this area, aid them in digging in. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is it. It is close to the front line. That's why I've taken a step out in front of it. The issue becomes then, is it worthwhile? I mean, I could push forward another hex. We haven't begun to dig in all of these areas yet. I could go another hex forward, but then this is it. There's no roads out in that area. But then when they're close to the rail, I can have the depot, so that helps us out. It is a tough one. There's really nothing to pin yourself in on. And, it is a tough one. Like, the actual good terrain would be out here, but I'd have to push out significantly further for that terrain, which doesn't really help us. I kind of expect to be forced back from this area, but if I have sufficient panzers in the area, we can probably play pretty tough, play pretty rough there. I think we'll manage it. I reckon what we'll do is we'll probably have the Romanians play in this area. Think a Romanian army or 2 Romanian armies here or 2 Romanian armies here. This area, yeah, again, not great. We do have at least some terrain over here to work with. The cities themselves are nice. I mean, we have the urban here. Golovka is city. At least that gives us 2 hexes to work with, not much. No, I mean, this is it. Obviously, the mud will work against them. But the beauty is, I think what we'll do then is have that... we'll have one FBD group go down here to link up. I think I'll probably have another FBD group move down this way. And link this up over here, potentially to Gamel or something of that nature. But at least I do have some depth over here. So that's fine. Oh yeah, that's true, they're Ulster. But if they're not committed to action, they can continue to rest. I think what I'm going to try to do is just have like a Panzer Division, maybe a single Panzer Division sent into the Axis Reserve. And we'll see how we go. It looks like it's gained 20 Panzers since yesterday. Oh, so these have been repaired. So we'll just see. I guess we'll have to play it by ear, really. We did receive 2 new Panzer Divisions, which certainly help. But it's really on the infantry to dig in, isn't it? I can probably shift more forces down south due to the fact that we do have the early fortifications and the train. The train certainly does help out over here. I was trying to think where I could place depots to help us. Not a lot of depots in this area, but at least they are closest to Smolensk. Yeah. I mean, look at that combat potential. That's not something you see often, is it? It really isn't. These infantry, we've got 21st turn there. This one's 21st as well, it seems. I do have 3 divisions I can actually begin shifting south, and the fact is, obviously, once these divisions are ready, they can hit shift south. What I might go ahead and do then is just leave a core over here, maybe 2 core. 1 core is more than enough, I imagine. I imagine a single core is enough to finish this area off. Yeah, we'll organise for that then. I think next turn we'll have a single core take over the clean up of Leningrad. What I could actually do then is take the other infantry, and I think I'll take the other infantry and have them moved over here to Orient Balm. I think that'll make more sense. I can stack then on Orient Balm in a nice way. And I can attack it from 4 different directions, which certainly helps. So I can attack that with 12 divisions at once. The actual defense is lower from the start. I mean, that's a 9. No, it's a... Ah, yeah. No, it's an 8. No, wait, no, it's a 7. So we have 5, and then we have heavy wood, so now that's a 7 to their defense there. But it's dense, so in dense terrain, the CV of infantry is doubled, and AFE and combat vehicles are halved. Yeah, so that should be doable. And this is at the end of the day, Orient Balm is difficult when it's got supply, and obviously they can move forces in there. But yeah, I think what we'll do then in the next turn is move these infantry forces out here. I can actually begin to do that now, to be honest. Oh, hang on, actually. You're part of that core there. I'll probably have that core. Maybe these cores over here do it. Now, these divisions I would have been having head south. I think I'll have them participate in this as well. So I could have them head over this way. And that fills us up over there. Let's get them into position, really. Yeah, there we go. So, we'll be looking likely at heavy mud next turn. So then that does raise the case of, is it worthwhile attacking? But I think what we can do is just simply, I don't know, I reckon the sooner we get it, the better. Yeah, it means I can take Kronstadt then. How you doing there, Arthur? Just about to finish off, really. But we've been kind of just exploring the front now, just taking a look at things and just working it out. Now, I do have these divisions over here. I think I'll have these 2 divisions head down this way then, perhaps. Begin moving them out of the area, I imagine. That over here, I could move into the heavy woods and take that. But heavy woods is dense, while a swamp is also dense, so never mind. Rough is the best one you can get alongside mountain, that's natural. Indeed. I do find it very interesting we do have Bocage in here. I don't think there's any Bocage in... I don't think there's any Bocage in anywhere other than France. I can't think of where Bocage would be, really. So is that maybe an indication of what's to come in the future, perhaps? Who knows? I don't know. Ooh, I tell you what, I wonder, could I have an army shifted out? Ah. I was actually like, ooh, actually. No, but it doesn't look like I can. That's a shame. I could really do with an army. Oh. Oh. This might be an area where I send additional forces to be honest. Oh, sorry, yes, North Africa. I think we'll probably look at sending additional forces there to North Africa if I can get away with it. Oh, they'll land there. They'll land. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I might look at what I can send to North Africa. I could even send, I could send, like, you know, the first or second RFS? Possibly. Yeah. Like, if I have them sent to North Africa, it's going to take 4 turns for them to arrive there. But if I can add on to additional forces in North Africa, this is it, yeah. I believe how the game works when it comes to like events and that is essentially the Axis will lose these theatres as such, but if you commit more forces, then you can delay the loss of those theatres. I mean, this is it. North Africa wasn't going to be won by the Axis. Maybe, but I doubt it. So I think what I might go ahead and do then is, yeah. But what I was going to say is, like, if you actually go ahead and send additional forces to, like, theatres such as North Africa, to Western Europe and etc., you can delay their losses. Like, I believe if you send more forces to North Africa, you can delay the loss of, like, Sicily, and then, obviously, you can delay the invasion of Italy. At the end of the day, that means that we're not having to use forces from these areas. Which is pretty good. Like, I do have forces over here in Italy. I might be able to send something then to North Africa too as well. Yeah, delay on it, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking there, Steve. I think I may very well do that. The good news is, I think the Finnish front... I'm not too sure how it works regarding the Finns. Now that we have Leningrad, and I think once we finish this up, I'm going to be quite intrigued to see what happens. I imagine we'll have an event next turn, and maybe that'll reduce the amount of requirement from the Finnish theatre, perhaps? In which case, if I can reduce the requirement, I could go ahead and have, like, some forces moved around. I've got some panzer battalions over here. Oh, they're actually using... Oh my gosh, they're using French tanks. That's so cute. That's so cute. That's adorable. I love that. Come on, give me another army. I need more armies. But yeah, like for example, these divisions over here, maybe we could have them taken out. Who knows? I don't know what happens with the Finnish front, so who knows about that. Yeah, look at these guys over here. These guys would be really quite nice. Especially in Soviet Union, they'd be quite good. Ooh, got construction news too. There we are. SS units use them. Oh, that's cool. I never knew about that. That's pretty cute. Not a terrible tank, just not the best. The Finns only surrendered after Soviet offensive event in October 44, and also Leningrad is owned by the Soviets. Okay, so their theatre's never going to end, which makes sense because obviously there's still all this over here and all this fighting over here. But we'll see. I mean, what I could even do is take the Finnish divisions that arrive, have them piled into the Soviet Union garrison, perhaps. Yeah, we're at 150% of the Soviet Union. Yeah, 150. And I just have... To be honest, it's like I'm not that... The Romanians are useful to me right now because I do have a fair commitment to Romanian forces. As far as I go with Hungarians, I'll probably just have them moved into the theatre. Eventually I could have them taken out if I need to, but it definitely has been helpless, I'd like to think. Like, let's see. Yeah, like, these have arrived in the Axis reserves. That's only 623 men now. So, they go to Western Europe. Finnish SS Infantry Battalion. The Moscow Luftwaffe Jaeger Regiment, okay. Oh, there we go. So we start getting replacement Panzer Battalions soon enough, actually. That's great. That's great. Yeah, so... Ooh, wow, actually, I say soon enough. That's, that's some time. Never mind. That is some time. Yeah, those Finnish infantry will be really quite nice. They'll arrive at a time. Oh, for surely. We can make use of them. Yeah, so I'm looking at 1942 before the actual Panzer battalions arrive. Okay. We'll have to really shepherd our panzers then. What is that? Heavy panzer. Yeah. Is that the... Yeah, they're the Tigers. Tell you what, I do like the Panzer III. It's a cool looking machine. Yeah, so we get them 22nd of Feb. But at least we can have them used somewhere. So... Okay. Not a huge amount of room to play with. But in fairness, what I could do here then is like have some of the Romanians sent into reserve afterwards. There's an event that the Western Allies can actually take Berlin if you do Berlin the Western Front. Wow. That would be incredibly harsh. But I think we're in a good position. I think what I could go ahead and do then is... I mean, I could even take one Panzer Division and have it sent to, like, something like this. It depends really, doesn't it? At the end of the day, we'll see. But I think that sounds good. I think what we could go ahead and do then is... Or even, I could take the 3 Finnish divisions that arrive and I don't know, put them into the garrison. I think 3 divisions are nice, but I think I'd be better off probably putting them into the garrison of the Soviet Union, or even having them put back into the Finnish front, or something like that. I think we'd have to see, really. But I am done waffling. I just wanted to enjoy it. It's been nice. It's been a good turn. And this is it. What we'll do now, in the following turns and the following streams, is I'm going to be going ahead and obviously like organising down here. We'll finish off taking Crimea if we can get there. That's looking good. We've got a breakthrough over here. Should there's a couple more divisions as well in this area. At least 2 divisions here, which is nice. We'll finish those guys off. I don't know. Maybe Blue joins in over here. The Finnish divisions are not affected by the harsh winter rules. Okay. That's nice. I guess what we could do then is just take, I don't know, like 3 German divisions out of the line to be refitted then, perhaps. That'd be interesting. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Leningrad has fallen. Our line is cemented now almost completely. The Soviets don't look to be that strong. At least as far as I can tell. They're building up strength over here, but it's too late now. I mean, this is it. The beautiful thing about Leningrad is that now we have all these forces that will be able to soon head elsewhere. The port over here will be fantastic. I imagine that we'll have the port to use here. Indeed. That's a lot of rail capacity as well. So we'll get that worked into the system. Yeah, it's going to be great. That'd be very nice. We'll try and organise things as best we can. I would like to try and aim to have a reserve infantry army. I'd like to try and get the 3 panzer groups down here and a panzer group here. I think that would work out well for us. We'll start looking at our commanders. We'll start setting up additional depots as well. I think what we'll do then is set up a depot wherever we can within range of the infantry. Try and reduce the truck usage. Oh, before we do go, I know I have this terrible tendency of saying I'm going to go and then end up staying on about 10 minutes longer. It's more so, it's just, I'm telling myself to shut up, and then, and then I never do. Let's see. So, we captured 40,000, yeah, 40,586 trucks there, so that's nice. That's a couple more trucks to work with. Should help out. Indeed. Yeah. Yep, I go Leningrad Depot. And yeah, you can see the weather's bad now. Is there anything else we can take a look at? We'll take a look at the captured before we leave then. And then I'll call it there. So, I don't know if that's the captured manpower. I'm honestly not sure. I don't think that's all captured manpower. That might be our total manpower, because it has increased from the last turn. But here we are. Still the 8 T-35s. I guess we're not going to get any more of those. I think then, what was it, maybe like 100 of them? I'm not sure. Maybe they're just phased out or something. Excuse me. 52 KVs. 15 KV2s. Those 52 KVs would be nice. We have 109 T-34s. It would have been nice if captured more, but that'll go into a Panzer Division's TOE. That'd be quite nice to have there, frankly. I imagine one Panzer Division will probably be using T-34s next year. Some 85s, very nice. I imagine we captured a couple at Leningrad now. Plenty of these 122mm guns. Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see how the TOEs are reflected and how they're changed. And, of course, soon enough as well, we'll have the volunteers that go into the pool. But yeah, looking very nice. Plenty of artillery. 120mm mortars. They're bloody big. You can imagine if you could pile these into the TOEs now, but yeah, you can't, unfortunately. Wouldn't really do the Germans any favours. There we are. Yeah. Well, interestingly, the game had Leningrad producing KV-1s initially. I mean, we took Kharkov. Kharkov was producing T-34s, so we managed to take that out. I don't think it makes a massive difference. So they have... in October 1942, yeah, there you go, KV chassis. It looks like those are moved from Leningrad. So I don't think I think I was unable to take that out. Yeah, I had a battalion of T-34. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see that they still have T-34 production over here as well, KV production. I don't know. I guess it's one of those, isn't it? It disrupts our production for quite some time. T-60 production there. Moscow is going to be the aim then, I think, in the second year. And the beauty about Moscow is we can actually base ourselves... Yeah, we could... I don't know if I even need to push out here, but we have a great position to push against then. I think what I'll go ahead and do is get this Panzer probably helping out to dig in here. I need to dig in here and dig in very hard. These are digging in slowly due to the fact that a lot of these construction units are out here in Minsk and Smolensk. I may have them sent to the front to help dig in, really. We'll see. But yes, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Leningrad has fallen. We do have more men in here. Odessa soon enough. And we'll have this as well. It's been a great campaign so far. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how it happens. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how we fare with winter. I think we do have a number of things in our favour, so let's hope for the best. And plan for the worst. Until next time, I used to be an SI. I shall see you again in the week. Hi.